Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about The Last of Us, the HBO show, but mostly we're going to be talking about episode 2. HBO released a trailer for episode 2, so we're going to take a look at that. We're going to kind of break it down, and I'm going to give you my predictions for the second episode. All right, so let's just go ahead and take a look at this.
Why are you so important?
Somewhere out west. I think what really impressed them was the fact that I didn't turn into a monster.
We try to keep you alive.
They're working on a
Capitol
cure.
building, on the way to the Capitol.
I'm taking you with me.
Okay, I think some of this
We can
isn't
keep our
in the
history
second
to
episode.
ourselves.
I don't think they're going to... Okay, that will be, I
We
think.
haven't seen the world,
That was a museum. I think this will be.
so you don't know.
It's a
Not
museum
immune from
again.
being ripped apart.
I'm so looking forward to this part of the story.
Don't tell anyone about your
I'm
condition.
not sure if we'll get this or not.
You know what's out there.
Yeah, this isn't going to be in the next episode. This part. Oh wow.
You're not gonna scare us.
Yeah, I don't think this will be either.
Here?
This is more like a kind of like coming like in weeks to come, I would think. Not really this coming week. All right, so that was the trailer. We're gonna break it down, see what we can figure out from it, and let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so I should have said this at the beginning of the video. This video will contain spoilers for the game and for the second episode. So if you don't want to have anything spoilery, go ahead and click off the video, come back later, and maybe watch it after you watch the episode. But I want to give you that warning before we get into things. So I'm going to count to 3, and then we're going to get into the video. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I think in this first shot we see Ellie, and I think this is probably... Okay, so when when episode 1 left off, they're out of the quarantine zone. They are in essentially the wild, but they're still in Boston, so they're in the city, and this is the city after the fall. So they're going to have to navigate these buildings to get to where they can get to the Capitol. And what I think we're seeing here is after they make it through the night, this is where they emerge on the other side, and it's morning, and they have to make their way up to the Capitol, and you're seeing some of the devastation from the fall of man. We get a shot of Bill, but I'm not going to show that. And then we get this scene. I'm trying to just stick with things that I think are going to be in episode 2. Because I think that trailer had a lot of stuff that's not going to be in episode 2. But anyway, we get this picture of Ellie showing off her bike. I think this is Joel and Tess and Ellie get to a moment of safety, and Tess has a lot of questions. And so Ellie is trying to explain this to her as best she can, with as little as she knows about what's going on. But she does know that she didn't turn, and I think this is where we get the scene where she does the twitching and the joke on Joel where he says if she so much as twitches. So that's what we're seeing right here. And this will probably before they make their move into the buildings to get into the thick of it. Like, we're going to see a lot of good stuff, I think, in this next episode. We get this scene of Tess talking to Ellie. I think this is again after they've made it through the night and they've made it through the buildings. They're getting ready to walk up to the Capitol. Now, again, spoiler here: Tess is bitten, and I think this is where Tess understands that she's bitten. She understands how important Ellie is and what Ellie could mean for future people. The name of this episode is Infected, and I don't think it's the name of it's Infected for Ellie. It's named Infected for Tess because Tess is infected and she understands what's going to happen to her. But they've already set these rules up. So in the game, she gets bitten on the shoulder, just side of her neck. I think she's probably been bitten on the ankle or the leg in the show, just because they set the rules of how long it takes to turn in early in the show. Then we get this amazing shot of our trio headed up the road toward the Capitol. This is a super cinematic, I mean, it's just a beautiful shot, and it's really straight out of the game when you think about it. So then we get this scene of Ellie, and she's messing with a trapped, infected. This might potentially be a runner, but I think it's probably a stalker here, just because one of the eyes covered up, and that's just the kind of the vibe I'm getting from it. And it has the growth on the cheek, but she's investigating one with her knife, maybe going to kill it, probably. And I think this is when they are in the buildings trying to make it through to the other side to get to the Capitol. Then we get the shot of our trio hiding behind a glass case with a clicker on the other side. This is clearly the museum, and I think this is the last shot we're going to see in this episode that was in the trailer. The trailer really was for more than just the second episode, but I think this is the last image from that trailer that we're going to see in the episode. So now let's jump into what I think we're going to potentially see in this episode. So this will be my predictions for episode 2. I think this episode is going to have a lot of action in it because we have the potential for coming across a lot of infected. You see a lot of infected in this part of the game. It's really the first time in the game that you have combat with infected. I expect to see some clickers up close and personal. I think that the show will follow the game pretty much for this. There's not a lot to give out there. I think we potentially may see Bill and Frank at the very end of this episode. That's a possibility. We're gonna get the Ellie telling her story of how she got infected. Maybe we might see some of Riley. I don't know. That might be put off to later. I kind of think that they might mix that up. I said in my first prediction video that I thought we would get that in episode 1, and we didn't. But I believe this episode is only 46-ish minutes long, so we may not get Riley in this episode because I don't know that they're going to have time to fit all that in. But we could potentially see Bill at the end. I don't have anything wildly different to predict from the game or for this episode because, like I said, I think it's going to follow it pretty much, except for the Tess part. Because, like I said, in the game, Tess is bitten on the neck, just under her, just where she can hide it by her clothes, and that happens in the museum as Joel is separated from Tess and Ellie, and Ellie and Tess are overwhelmed with clickers and runners. And just as you break in to the room where Tess is, you see that she has one on her, and she says she's fine, but that's where she gets bitten. But I think we're going to see probably Tess maybe on the arm, but I still think that would be too. With the way the infection spreads, that'd be too soon. So I think she has to be bitten on the ankle or leg somewhere. One more thing on IMDb. I know that could be wrong, but Gabriel Luna is listed as being in this episode. So is Frank, and so is Bill. So we may see Frank and Bill at the very end as Ellie and that would be the next place that Ellie and Joel would go. But I don't know how they're going to do that because maybe they're going to meet and then go to Kansas City. Because we know for sure episode 3 will be a lot about Bill and Frank. But I'm not sure about the Tommy thing. Maybe we're going to get Tommy answering the message finally. Maybe something was going on and he couldn't answer till just now. But Joel has already left. He's already gone. So maybe we'll see that the guy that does the messages again talking to Tommy. So that's really all I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Before we go, though, I do want to say thank you to all of you who have been watching my videos. We reached 100,000 views on Sunday, the 15th, just before I got this. I saw it actually just before the premiere, so I wanted to say thank you to all of you, and remind you that we're doing Friday. We're going to be doing at 12 noon. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to be doing a watch along of the first episode. I am also every week doing a play along where we play the game up for what we saw during that episode, and then we leave off. We end it and wait for the next episode to continue. And you're all welcome to join me for those. I want to give a shout out to Feedy. Feedy has been in so many streams and is always very active on the community post. And that's another thing. Check out the community post because I have polls up and kind of see what you guys want to see. So big shout out to Feedy. What else do we have going on? Marcy Leatherboots and I we're working on a video together. I plan to do a video together, so look for that and check out Marcy's channel. I'll leave a link for that one, for both of those channels, and we'll see you in the next video.